Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back KS family. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin currently down 0.09% to 3184. Ethereum down 0.01% to 1796. We're going to do our usual run through the crypto market and have a look at what is moving in what sectors. It's really important to get an overall feeling of the crypto market's movements. As a professional, you should do this every day. And when you do so, you'll get a sort of the sixth sense on what is moving. You'll notice repeating patterns playing out all the time. And looking broadly will help you identify opportunities. We know that opportunities reset daily in the crypto market. So we're looking for good quality projects that we can BORSOG into. It's all about getting on the right side of the percentage. And we don't have to go after massive gains. Just moderate percentage moves will absolutely accumulate over time, and you'll find some sectors do better than others, and that will shift around on a daily basis. My goal is to help you to succeed one trade at a time by combining the strengths of investing and trading, and we all know that all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell. My focus is to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, gaining real wealth in the process. I'd just like to let the Coffee Club members know that I put a video together on Rule 338, Positive Excellence Overcomes Losses, and that's on buymeacoffee.com/CryptoTradingKS. That's just my way of saying thank you for all of your kind generosity. As crypto technical analysts, we scientifically track investor attention, and investor attention is measured by price, which is reality, not future promises. The first thing we understand, if we don't have the knowledge, we're going to make losses. So we need to mark up our charts with the CTKS method. That captures exponential price action. The second thing, we look to outside trends, checking world events, collecting probabilities, and checking the stock market, because crypto is just one small market in a wide range of markets, and it's going to get affected by macroeconomic sentiment, so we need to pay attention. Then we look into the crypto market, finding the market's focus, understanding that opportunities reset daily, and enhancing our pattern recognition. Before we buy or sell, and there's lots of methodologies to do so, we must have mastery of our emotional control, especially self-doubt and self-sabotage. And we are professionals, and as professionals, we are not emotional, and we're not in it for the thrill either. It's a marathon and not a sprint. Part of our philosophy is to start small and scale, and starting small and scaling is a very, very effective thing to do. You can't lift the major weights if you just get into the gym by trying to lift the major weights. You have to start small and build up. It's exactly the same inside crypto and trading. I'd like to share a trade with you from a beloved community member who reached out and shared this with me through Twitter yesterday. This particular beloved community member had ADA BUSD. They bought $199.9879 worth at 56.43. You can see that here, and the 199, you can see that there. And then they sold up here at 65.91. See, 65.91 for 233. They made a $33.33 profit. And this was rather done very, very nicely. This is a daily basis, what you're looking at here, ADA BUSD. And this over 6 days netted a 16.67% return. And if you look at the annualized basis, that's a pretty good return. And I just created a bit of a zoom in on this particular area for you. You can see that that beloved community member bought when it was red and got up and sold when it was green. They did a BORSOG, and BORSOG opportunities exist in this market very, very effectively, and they always exist. No matter bull market, bear market, it's absolutely irrelevant to BORSOG. And a key thing to note, just like going to the gym to do weight training, if you can't lift the small weights, you'll never lift the larger weights. Everything starts small and scales. You're basically training your mind, and then you can just add zeros to these trades as you get better and better and make more and more. This is what the masterclass is all about, and these are the sections within the masterclass as well. What happened to the crypto market in the last trading session is we can often actually understand that by looking at the stock market. And a lot of people in crypto say, I'm not looking at stocks, I don't care about stocks. Stocks are so old and boring. The stock market is a major market, and we must pay attention to its gravity. What we can see, and masterclass students, you'll get my live chart in TM6, is the VIX, the fear gauge, absolutely came up. What did that do to prices? You can see exactly what it did. It shot the NASDAQ 100 down below this support level. We're probably on the way down to around 12,000, so just bear that in mind. But we know smart money loves to do technical violations. It can spike things down only to forge them up again. So just please keep that in mind. And when we look at Bitcoin's gravity, that's that blue line. Bitcoin has been following the stock market. It's very directionally correlated at the present time. When we look at bond prices, we can see that they've found support. And having a look at gold, we can see gold is largely between a resistance level and a support level. It's very clear what the DXY is doing. It's going for it. It's absolutely increasing. And we can see bond yields continue to rise, as does oil. And we can see there's a little bit more negative sentiment coming into the market, as demonstrated by the PCC, or put-call ratio. What we're after is what happens to Bitcoin. We're a Bitcoin crypto community, so we need to understand how the beloved alts are impacted by Bitcoin's gravity. And we can see through the NASDAQ, we've had a sell-off in the NASDAQ and we've got weakness in Bitcoin. And we can see how that weakness has played out. Bitcoin has come down in the past day. And masterclass students, you'll get this live chart in TG34. When we superimpose the NASDAQ 100 futures, you can see that very clear movement downwards. Please let me know in the comments, where do you feel Bitcoin is going to and why? Do you feel it's coming down to the level of A, which is 28,957? Bitcoin is currently trading at 30,164. Or do you think it's going to surprise people and come up to 1 or possibly 2? Or do you think it might go the other way and go towards B? We always, as professionals, we have three-dimensional thinking. We ask ourselves, what will we do if price goes up, goes flat, or goes down? And that's really, really important for you to do. We know that we've got really, really strong support at A, which is 28,957. So we'll just keep our eye on things. And we also know we've been consolidating in this direction, bumping between 1 and A for 27 days. We understand that we've got strong support at level A, which is 28,957. We also have a lot of resistance that's being rejected, playing out at around the 31,260 mark. Let's have a look at the longs and the shorts and see if they give us any indication. We can see the shorts have been increasing, the longs are also increasing. The first thing that we can see when we look at liquidations across the past 24 hours, they're really light. 104.66 million is a really light number, but the number of particular positions that were liquidated, they're not light. That's 62,963 positions. We typically get much less with much lower volume, so that's quite intriguing to look at. It kind of means to me that there are a lot of small traders inside the market, and they're trying their luck and they're getting crushed. And we can see over the past 24 hours that 53.24% of total liquidations were short liquidations. What about the past 12 hours? About 62%. The past 4 hours, nearly 70% long. And what about the past 1 hour? About 74% short. You can see how crazy the longs and shorts get. They're always liquidating each other. And we can see roughly the shorts have been taken out more just recently. It's a little bit of a faster episode, this one, because I've got to go to the computer shop and get my computer refixed again. It's having other problems, so I'm just on a temporary computer right now. Let's have a look at the greatest percent gainers in the past 24 hours. Helium HNT up 10.35%, VET up 8.06%, Chainlink 7.54% up, Theta 7.35% up, Matic 4.72% up, and OMG 4.26% up, and Tezos 3.4% up. Looking the other way to the greatest losses, HT out in front down 5.2%, EGLD down around 5%, Arweave down about 4.8%, XEC down about 4.3%, ICP down 3.9%. Looking at the top cryptos from a pattern recognition perspective and seeking to find the market's focus, we can see that Bitcoin is still under resistance. We can absolutely understand that if the NASDAQ continues to sell down, we would expect negative price momentum inside Bitcoin and inside the entire crypto space. We'll have to keep our eye on this particular chart and of course the fear gauge as well. Now, why do we do this? Why don't we just look at our beloved alts and ignore the stock market and ignore other things like Bitcoin? It's because no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. Bitcoin's gravity is this blue line. This is Ethereum. Ethereum is not escaping Bitcoin's gravity. When we look at Binance Coin is also moving in alignment with Bitcoin's gravity. It's over and under accentuating positive and negative price momentum, but it's gravitationally focused and connected. So is XRP. ADA, Cardano, is following Bitcoin's gravity, just over and under exaggerating the directional movement in Bitcoin. Solana following Bitcoin's gravity. Doge following Bitcoin's gravity. DOT following Bitcoin's gravity. I hope this shows that we really need to pay attention to Bitcoin, and it's the best way to manage your beloved alts. Let's have a look at the metaverse. The metaverse is, for example, when we look at sand, it's following Bitcoin's gravity. You can see the ups and downs getting accentuated in here. Same as Axie, ups and downs. What about Decentraland Mana? Yes, following Bitcoin's gravity. You can see that they all basically follow Bitcoin's gravity. You can get some divergence, and those divergences are really fascinating. They can indicate a pump or some new excitement in the market, but the gravity always catches up. This is why we say Rule 45, no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. A while back, it looked like APE and GMT were escaping Bitcoin's gravity. You can see nothing can withstand Bitcoin's gravity over time. As you're looking through these alts, please try to look actively. Try and say to yourself, which one of these patterns, and it's all about patterns, which pattern do you think is the most profitable? And just then develop your own style for your entries and exits. Let's have a look at some more community favorites. We can see NEAR obeying Bitcoin's gravity, but just a little bit weaker. Matic obeying Bitcoin's gravity, but just a little bit stronger. It's over exaggerating the positive price movement, but it's still moving with Bitcoin. What about ICX? Again, just moving with Bitcoin's gravity, but it's over resistance. What about VRA? Coming close to getting over resistance, but not quite there yet. Rose under resistance and just consolidating. What about KSM? Looking a little bit weaker. What about IOTA? Looking stronger. And IOTEX not as strong as IOTA, but still crossing resistance. What about Theta? We can see Theta over resistance and doing well. It's very, very strong at the moment. What about waves? Starting to turn around, starting to arc up, potentially. But we must keep everything in mind. There is no certainty in the crypto market or any other market, and the markets have the cover charge of losses, and those losses are there just for us to learn our lessons. The market is always changing character. So the key is to be fluid and just get the building blocks of what to do in any market condition. And let's have a look at SHIB. SHIB has been under a lot of negative price momentum. So let's hope that SHIB starts to turn around, and EGLD has been absolutely suffering from its latest hack and coming down. But one thing that we note, that all of these cryptos, if they've got good and solid foundations and fundamentals, they will return. We saw this so many times with Solana getting hacked and having outages. But if you look, it's still strong and it's still just following Bitcoin's gravity. Phantom, just like Bitcoin, is under resistance, and we can see CHR has crossed above resistance, has turned that to support. That could be quite interesting, but these movements can take a bit of time to play out, so just be aware of that. Loopring, LRC, has also crossed over tight resistance, as has KNC, Kyber Networks. Stellar has crossed tight resistance and just consolidating at the moment. CRV still under resistance, as is AVAX. Arweave is closer to taking out its resistance, but it's still under it. Zilliqa looks to be just passing across resistance now. Uni has passed across resistance and has got into support. Go Uni. FTT, or FTX token, has sliced through its resistance level. And when you get these kind of slices, they can move up and down, so just be aware of the volatility. Tron is in an uptrend, but you can see prices getting squashed down by sellers at present. We'll just see what happens with Tron. The major question today, where do you think Bitcoin is headed to? Is it headed to a number? Is it headed up or to a letter down? With everything in life, you want to be as active as possible with your learning. It really, really makes a difference to your success in life. And for the alts, when we went through all of these different alts, what alts do you think look the strongest? And we can go from the other side. What alts here do you think look the weakest? It's really good to track this over time. You'll start to see patterns, and seeing things is what it's all about. And the other question, what do you think will happen to the NASDAQ 100 and what do you think will happen to the VIX in the next trading session? I hope you found the content useful. Please consider sharing and liking this video and also subscribing to the channel. We would love to have you as a part of our global KS family. Thank you very much to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers, and to the CTKS ambassadors for assisting Masterclass students. And of course, a very big thank you to you for watching and for being part of our global family. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please subscribe to YouTube. I've left helpful links in the description of this video, such as the tax software I use and the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass. Please seek out an ambassador to get 80% off. And you can reach out and directly message me on Twitter at any time. And my link is in the description of this video. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.